Good morning. Welcome to Jane Talks. Hope you're having a good week so far. My last week kind of threw me for a little bit of a loop, but I'm back, ready for another week. It basically, something kind of came up from my past that I guess I'd have to say it never gets any easier. But I think that my ability to recognize it and to know that there has to be a different outcome and that comes from my attitude, my response to it. We all know that, right? Like it's our response to something that dictates how that something goes, good or bad. But basically, memories that need to be dealt with. So that's how that is. And I feel like I was surprised by the anger that it brought up in me. It was just like a pit, a huge pit in my stomach that actually was making me nauseous. And I haven't felt that kind of rage in a long time. And I think that I understand why. I mean, it's natural and normal feeling and response and reaction to what came up. And I think that it's amazing to me how how difficult it is to work with raw emotion, strong emotion like that in yourself. You can know that, like in your head, you can be telling yourself, like you need to find a constructive outlet for this anger. It's the anger is justified. The anger is, as I said, natural and normal, but that doesn't make it right. So, and two, the awareness that that negative ball of angry energy is going to hurt me in the long run. And you can know all of that, but it seems like during the times of distress, those are the times that it's almost a continual talking to yourself and challenging yourself. And I thought it was really interesting to me how, looking back, when the issue came up, it came up in the morning, and by mid-afternoon, I knew that I wasn't challenging it the way I should, and I also knew that I needed to talk to somebody about it. In the past, I would have struggled through it on my own until it made me the most miserable and unreasonable person to those around me. And I still would have held it inside, and it just would have ruined my insides. So I think it was interesting how, because of the habits that I'm learning and enforcing and working with in myself, how quickly things kind of take shape and challenging happens in different ways. You do have to challenge your own personal self and your own ways of thinking, but the friends that we surround ourselves with are able to help in that process as well. And when we surround ourselves with the right people, and it starts with being the right person yourself, right? I mentioned before about connection, about connecting with yourself. When you connect with yourself, that's where it all starts. So, and don't get me wrong, I'm a work in progress. We're all a work in progress. Nobody's perfect, and nobody's ever done learning and growing. And that's one of the interesting and exciting pieces and parts to life in general. And for me, I think that finally being able to look and see that there is progress, that I am working towards what I want and who I want to be, it's inspiring and encouraging. And I think that when I put all of those pieces together and be realistic and real, I realize that I do need my friends. And it's okay for me to rely on my friends when I need them, just like it's okay for them to rely on me when they need me. And that's the kind of friendships that I want to have and encourage and be a part of. And for me, I feel like when I talked to my friend, she said all of the right things. She said all of the things that I needed to hear. And those are the things that I kept reminding myself of when the anger arose. You know, it's the past. It's over. It's done. You're safe. It's not happening anymore. And I think that while those may seem like very small things, they aren't small at all. Those are big steps forward. And it makes me happy that this is the way that my life is going. And it makes me happy that there are people in my life that I can trust, and I know without a doubt that they're going to be real with me. They're not going to let me get away with something. They're going to encourage me to be the very best that I can be, and they're going to encourage me to they're not going to let me off the hook for something that I need to take responsibility for. They're going to encourage me and support me, and sometimes that might not make me feel very nice, but in the long run, it's what's best for me. And I feel very blessed to have those people in my life, to know that I can count on when bad things happen and kind of threaten to capsize my boat. So have a great week, everybody. We'll talk to you next time.